Out here with Ashley and her answer to that question of what is literacy and how does it apply to the work that she does.
Well, I think Common Core tells us that literacy is that idea of reading, writing, speaking, listening, and language. I like how Elaine uses that, the language of also viewing. I think that's essential. For me, integration of all of those is critical. Not reading as a standalone, writing as a standalone, or speaking, listening, viewing as standalones, or vocabulary instruction as standalones. That idea of integrating all of those components across the contents. So I believe that students should be reading, writing, speaking, listening, viewing every day, every class, across all contents. It's not something that belongs solely to the English language arts teacher. It belongs to the school. And how does this apply to the work that I do? Well, I work inside adolescent literacy model and the design and implementation support of those inside schools. But then to go back to what David said, that idea of why does this achievement gap still exist? That is something that, with my research with summer reading loss in rural poverty areas, I know that that's critical, looking at the gap students and thinking about why those gaps remain and what can we do to overcome those gaps.
Okay, and I know that we have are likely to have folks viewing this and maybe either live or an archived version that are in states around the country that have not adopted Common Core. So I think it's important to consider that those folks as well. But the idea of reading, writing, speaking, and listening, as it was brought up as experts in math or experts in science, as we have a PBL model here that we're developing, and it includes what we call academic literacy, and it is that idea of reading, writing, speaking, and listening as that discipline, or as that through that content lens area, and I'm guessing that you all have had conversations with teachers who are not ELA teachers, that probably where they say, well, I'm not a writing teacher, so that's not my responsibility. But that rhetorical question of why would you not want your students to read, write, speak, and listen as a mathematician, scientist, social scientist, whatever that might be. So